Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB GT3 Sprint Series Round 7 Race 1 from Fuji, Japan. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB GT3 Sprint Series on Project Cars 2. This is round 7 of the championship here at Fuji Speedway in Japan, ready for the action here in race 1. And as you can see, it is slightly on the damp side here, so a bit of rain to contend with, but nothing that phases our drivers. So let's take you through the grid for this first race then. So qualifying was had, and it is Nifty Dart Ninja who takes his first pole position from actually a qualifying session. So well done to Nifty Dart Ninja. On pole it is Woo Woo in second, a very close time there in the BMW as well. Tim in third place, he's in an Acura this time, the Acura NSX, with TY in fourth in the Nissan. And then we've got a bit of a gap there for Blake. He's got a bit caught out at the start. Blake there in 5th place in the Acura as well. Then we've got Will in 6th place, and that's as far as the camera will let us go. So we've got Will in 6th. Then we've got Scott in 7th. We've got Darren just behind in 8th. We've got Neil in, I think that's... the numbers have got a bit mixed up there, but then it's Neil, Pash and Bidster at the back of the grid. That's the order, because obviously Neil, Pash and Bidster at the top of the championship, so they couldn't qualify, so they go at the back. So let's get on with the race then. So Nifty Dart Ninja on pole position and ready for the start, and revs rise, away we go down to the first corner. Then it is Nifty Dart Ninja leading the way, a few cars side by side. TY's got caught out as well, I think. TY's got caught out a bit as Nifty Dart Ninja runs very wide at turn 1. He's lost his lead already. He's already down to 4th place. Woo Woo goes out of turn 1 ahead, and he's got Tim alongside him trying to battle for a bit of position, but Woo Woo gets ahead, and we've got Nifty Dart Ninja trying to get back past TY there. On the inside, and Nifty's back on the inside of Tim as well, so he's fighting back, but he can't quite get anything done. Through the 160R then, and it's Nifty Dart Ninja and Tim together. As the camera catches up, and Tim goes through in the Acura into 2nd place. Nifty then on the outside line, TY trying to fold in behind. Let's have a look further back. We've got Neil Farmaker, we've got Darren slowing down there. I think something's happened with Darren, he's slowing down. Bids to go through and Pash, so Darren then losing positions there and goes backwards in the Acura. So his teammate Pash just ahead in his Acura as well, with Bids to separating them. Into the chicane then, it's Nifty Dart Ninja on the inside of Tim for 2nd place. Tries to go to the inside. Tim's got the inside for the next corner, and there's contact as Nifty comes across too much on Tim, I think, and there's contact, and we go out the chicane, and TY's all there in together as well, and we've got Blatney trying to get himself up the inside as well. Tim trying to go around the outside of everyone here. I think there's TY was on the inside of Blake. TY holding the inside line with Tim as well. Will on the outside in the Acura as well. It's all happening here at Fuji. Into the last corner we go, and it's Woo Woo in the lead. Nifty 2nd. Blake in 3rd, running very wide though. Very, very wide for Blake as he comes back on in front of Will. Then TY gets ahead on the straight. So incredible first lap here at Fuji. 4th and a train behind him. We've got Tim 5th, Scott 6th, Neil 7th, Pash in 8th, Bidster's up to 9th, Nifty's down to 11th. He's had an off somewhere, he's had another off, or he's waiting for someone, but he's had a major off there and he's gone off. As everyone else down to the first corner. TY trying to guard the inside, Will's up the inside, and there's contact with Blake as everyone goes everywhere. Absolute madness here. Tim's off on the outside and rejoining next to Blake. Incredible. Neil Farr goes through the middle of them both. He's trying to go through the middle in the big yellow BMW there. Will around the outside in the Acura now, challenging TY for 2nd place as you go through the Coca-Cola curve into 160R, and TY holds his 2nd place. Scott is up to 4th now in the Ferrari. His teammates with Bidster, they look very different colours, but they are teammates. As Scott does down the inside of Will, but goes on the grass, hits him, and Pash just goes straight through. Thank you boys, I'll take that. Straight through into 3rd place. So opportunistic move there for Pash, and well done. Seek the opportunity and got through. Spinner in the middle of the pack. There's a car backwards. I think it's Blake who's gone off. Blake's been hit by someone. He can't see him on camera, but there he is. He's rejoined. It's Darren, sorry. Darren or Blake, someone who's spun, but we'll get a replay of that later on. Oh my word, it's all happening here at Fuji in these opening laps. Neil Farmack now and Tim together. Nifty Dart Ninja up the inside of Tim as well in the Lamborghini, coming back through the field. What a few opening laps this is. Incredible stuff. Through to the left-hander up the hill. Tim looking at the inside of Nifty Dark Ninja. Nifty Dark Ninja, oh, trying to give Neil a bit of a helping hand there, and ends up helping himself to a mistake. And Tim goes into the wall as well, and more mistakes there. Nifty Dark Ninja in more incidents there, and he's trying to get onto the back of Bids in the Ferrari, but Bids up to 7th place now in that Ferrari. Down the straight we go, so it's Woo Woo in the lead of 6 seconds now, 6.5 seconds lead. Pash is now looking to try and get past TY for second as we go break into the first corner. Pash down the inside, he's having a look on the inside, TY gives him space. Just both cars just about get stopped, and TY has a massive slide, and Pash goes through into 2nd place. Scott's there in 5th, further right. Oh, Bidster and Nifty Dark Ninja have come together as well at the first corner. They've gone together, and Bidster and Nifty making contact, and Nifty goes through, so again, we'll have to get that looked at as well in replays later on. But yeah, Nifty Dark Ninja, he's been involved in a lot of contact in this race, and so far so good. But we'll have to see if any of those come back to haunt him later on. So involved in a lot of incidents there, but luckily holding on there. Tim is there in 10th place. Blake's back just down here actually the last time round. So Tim and Darren looking for a way through past each other as Tim goes on the outside of Darren there, down towards the next corner. Who's on the outside of him? Can he get through on the outside? Yes, Darren has to brakes early. Tim goes through. Neil's off. Neil's made a mistake. Contact, or he's made a mistake. I think we didn't really have anyone close to him, so more of a mistake there from Neil Farmack in the yellow BMW, but recovers and he's in 9th place now with Darren behind him. Bidster and Tim move up. Nifty Dark Ninja moves up as well. Further ahead we've got Will in 4th, just having a look at if there's any other battles happening on track. I don't think there is. There's Nifty Dark Ninja, Tim, Bidster on the inside of Tim into the last corner on the inside of the Ferrari, trying to go through, hugs the inside line and gets the drive out the corner and takes 7th place. Good move there from Bids, and takes 7th place from Tim. And now he's got to try and catch up to Nifty Dark Ninja, but the Acura is in the draft of the Ferrari. Over the line, TY is still in 3rd. We've got Scott and Will battling for 4th place. So Will's gone slightly more down over the last few laps. Scott's on the inside in the Ferrari and takes 4th place. Will then down to 5th. Nifty Dark Ninja into the first corner with Bidster, Tim and Neil and Darren all behind him. A nice little train happening here. Blake's trying to catch up onto the back of these boys after facing backwards before. Lap 4 of 12 here now at Fuji Speedway. And we're going through the Coca-Cola curve, a very hard car, and Project Cars actually a very hard corner, as the curve does catch you out a lot. The curves on Project Cars not quite as realistic to real life as they should be. You catch them and it does fling the car in quite a lot, and it sort of grabs hold of the car and forces it into the corner. And not the way curves work really, but that's how it feels when you're driving anyway. Hopefully they'll do a few fixes like that for Project Cars 3, but which has been announced lately. But so we'll see how that goes. Rumours are it's going to be a lot more like Need for Speed Shift, the new Project Cars 3, so we'll have to see if it's a simulation like, well, if it's better at simulation than this, but I'm yet to be convinced. It does look a bit more arcadey Project Cars 3 at the moment, but we'll see what the developers make of it. So into the top end of the track, Will still keeping on the back of Scott, not letting him get away. The Acura doing quite well here in the wet conditions here at Fuji Speedway. And out of the corner we go, and off we go down the straight on the power, and Pash is still 6 seconds behind Woo Woo. TY's trying to stick with Pash, but Pash looks like he's got the pace now in that. We'll look further down, we've got Neil Farmack there with Darren behind him in the Acura, so things are starting to spread out a little bit now in this race, but it doesn't mean that things won't close up later on. We've just got to wait and see what happens. All it takes is a mistake and it'll change the whole field round again. Into out of the first corner, Nifty Dark Ninja in 6th place in the Lamborghini, Bidster in the Ferrari in 7th, trying to close up. They're both in the 47s now, so they're both actually lapping faster than the leaders, so hopefully they can keep up the pace and see if they can catch up to anyone else, as Nifty runs a bit wide there, but all good so far in the Lamborghini, using the Lamborghini, one of the best cars on the field, one of the best all-round cars on the field for handling, and if you've got a good car that handles well, it gives you good confidence as a driver to drive it well. Neil Farmack in the bright yellow BMW, putting on his high-vis jacket, make sure no one else can hit him, as Darren then tries to keep up with Neil, but he's able to stay with him, but not able to close up enough to start making moves. But Neil is starting to close on Tim a little bit here, as into the chicane he closes up on Tim. But that could be more the Constantina effect, the rubber band effect. When you go into a chicane, you slow down, everyone closes up, then you accelerate out, everyone spreads out again. So it all happens like that. And meanwhile, Pash has done a 146.9 last time round. 146.9 for Pash. He's closing on Woo. He's took about half a second out of his lead, so he needs to try and keep up this pace and probably do a bit better, and he might be able to try and close up on that BMW in the lead. Let's have a look at the lap times then. Woo across the line. 147.3. Pash across the line. A 1 minute 47.0. So he's still going faster, but Woo's answered back a bit of the pace and he's trying to close in a bit more. Down the straight goes everyone else, all a bit more spread. So we're on lap 6 of 12 here at Fuji. At the end of this lap we'll get in the replays of the first half as well. Brakes has a massive slide on the brakes, probably locked up the brakes a bit there and had a massive twitch, and he is being caught by Nifty Dark Ninja and Bidster, who are both doing 47, mid 47s. So he is being caught, and Nifty and Bidster are going faster than the 3 cars ahead of them. So Will, Scott and TY being caught by Bidster and Nifty. Nifty's going to be the first one on the back of Will though, so we'll see how quick he can get past, or if he can get past. Because Will puts up quite a decent defence. Oh, Nifty's not going to do out by doing that though. He goes up wide on the curb and Bidster closes in. You don't want to do that too often, because don't leave the door open. Further back. Oh, Neil made a mistake. Neil made a mistake in the BMW. He's made him through for 9th place then. Neil goes back down to 10th. So Woo-Woo's teammates having a good race, but Neil Farmax going backwards slowly in this one. Just a couple of his own mistakes so far have cost him a few positions, and he goes wide again. Not enjoying that BMW in the wet conditions. Whereas Woo-Woo really is. He's still 4.5 seconds ahead of Pash, and just doing what he can to maintain his lead here at Fuji. And you can see now the rain has actually stopped. We've still got a lot of water on the track, but the rain has actually stopped, so the track will probably start drying out in the next few laps. And before we get into that, we'll have a look at some replays of the first half here just now. Here's the replays of the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then. On board with TY Watch, Nifty Dark Ninja on the right hand side, and also he's alongside Tim into the chicane. You see Nifty on the inside there. Tim goes well, but then watch here, Nifty comes across too much and hits Tim and spins himself half round. Tim gives him a little helping hand, but then we all resume as we were, but Nifty did turn in a bit too much there on Tim, and then TY then finds Blake up the inside of him. And then if you look back from on board with Scott, you can see everyone getting really close together there. Tim with TY up the inside of Blake. Everyone's still together side by side, and then up to the last corner, Blake takes third position, and then we go through the corner. You see Nifty there spins the car himself. He actually spun the car himself on the inside, spins the car around himself, and he's left there trying to recover in last place. And now guys, here's a replay on board with Neil Farmack. We're on lap 2, and see Scott there goes wide, Pash goes through the inside and just takes them both. But now watch the wide Takora of Blake on the left hand side of the screen. Watch his car, he goes out wide at this corner, and then he hits the curb, and unrealistically it spins his car around. Then we go on board with Darren, then we have to brake because Blake's there, and then Nifty Dark Ninja just avoids Bidster, and then everyone gets going, but Blake is left spinning and goes down to last place. And now here's a quick on board from Blake's car to see what happened here. So catches the curve, spins round, then here's the pack facing us, and then there goes Bids and the other cars, and whoa, around we go. And yeah, that got very entertaining very quickly, and Blake's got the highest heart rate in the race. And just after Blakeney's spinning moment, you see here, watch Tim's car on the inside. Goes to the inside of Nifty Dark Ninja, sees a gap, goes to the inside, but then Nifty comes across it like along for his line, and Tim then puts the car to the inside. There's a bit of contact, but Tim does come off worse. Then Nifty gets going, he's alongside Bidster. Darren goes through past Tim as well, and then Nifty's trying to get back past Bidster, but then onto the straight we go. And now here's the replay on board with Darren's car on lap 3. Watch Nifty and Bidster ahead, breaking into the first corner. Nifty's on the inside, but he outbrakes himself, goes wide. Bidster's got to turn in somewhere, and there's contact between the two cars, and then they both get going, but Nifty takes the position. And now back to the race. So we come back from the replays there, and Nifty Dark Ninja is in the draft of Will, going down the start-finish straight, the 1 kilometre front straight here at Fuji. Plenty of space to get up to speed. And breaking into the corner, Will again goes close to the white line. You do not want to do that in wet conditions. And through the first corner, the sun's starting to shine here through the clouds at Fuji, and that should help the track dry out a bit more. We'll have to see, but there's a lot of water still on track. I don't think people will be making pit stops in this one to swap from wet tyres unless it dramatically dries out, but I don't see that happening as there's a lot of water on the track as Will goes wide, makes a mistake out of Coca-Cola curve, and Will goes round the outside though, but he keeps it round the outside in the Acura onto the curb. Nifty Dark Ninja around the outside, Will still keeps the inside. Nifty gives him the squeeze on the way out and gets the power on, and a good move there around the outside there from Nifty Dark Ninja, gets 5th place there, and a good move there from Nifty around the outside of Will. Got the traction on the outside and got into the corner. Will having a look around the inside, having a dive down the inside, but Nifty's not going for that one, and Bidster now is right on the back of Will after playing it defensive. So can Bidster get past, because he's got the pace to keep with Nifty, but he needs to see what he can do here. So Bidster in the Ferrari then, the FF course car, and his teammate Scott just ahead in the second FF course car. They are both FF course, just different colours. Will's gone wide at the other corner, and Bidster's on the inside. It's going to be the outside though for this one, but Will hits a massive puddle on the inside and almost spins up his back wheel, so you have to be careful there. Bidster runs wide out the last corner, and Will goes straight back through. So Bidster then makes a mistake, Will makes a mistake, Bidster makes a mistake, and they both end up where they were originally. So mistakes everywhere as meanwhile up front, where's Woo gone? Woo-Woo's disconnected from the race. Oh no, he's disconnected from the race. Woo-Woo's gone, and Pash then inherited out. It's really good connection, but then all of a sudden it just cuts, and then it comes back in. So Woo-Woo then not having the luck in this race with his internet, and goes out of the race. So that'll count as a retirement for Woo-Woo then. Pash then takes the lead. TY moves, so everyone moves up one then. TY second, Scott third. They're doing well in the Ferrari. Very good performance by him so far. Nifty Dark Ninja is now into 4th, with Will and Tim further behind now, and obviously Woo-Woo out of the mix. So Nifty could see himself on here for a podium if he can keep up this pace. But Scott's just put himself down in the 47s now, so they're all slowly getting used to the conditions. And also remember, the track's drying out, so that will be one thing that will lead to more pace. And also we've got the extra point for fastest lap to think about as well. So who can judge it right in the last couple of laps to get some space and get that fastest lap for the extra point? Or will they try and focus on positions? I think the latter. They'll focus on positions if they can get them. So through we go with Nifty Dark Ninja then. Bidster in 5th. Trying to close up to the back of Nifty here. Lights on the Ferrari. And out the corner we go. Scott then is being caught by Nifty then. Nifty is the man on the move in this race. Involved in a lot of incidents at first, but he's the one with the pace. So, but the track is starting to dry out a bit more now. So I don't think they'll call for wet tyres, because by the time you've done the pit stop, you'll not be able to make up the time that you've lost. Because one thing this game does over GT Sport is the fact that it actually has realistic pit stop times, because you actually have to drive through the pit lane, whereas GT Sport it just warps you. So. We'll see if Gran Turismo will fix that for the next one. Hopefully they do, because pit stops are part of the fun. There's Pash now. He's actually got TY within 1.7 seconds of him. So TY, as the track dries out, that Nissan's starting to come alive here. So closing on Pash, unless Pash is taking it steady just to make sure there's nothing that goes wrong. Just trying to be nice and safe. Trying not to spin the car. Sorry for the sniffles, guys. Bit of hay fever over here in Britain. But Nifty Dark Ninja then goes through in 4th place. 5th place for Bidster. He's 45.5 for Bidster. Nifty at 46 last time round. Scott's still in the 47s. Scott's not got quite used to the dry track yet, and he could become accustomed to being passed by Nifty and his teammate Bidster if he's not careful. So we'll see how things go here. As Bidster's closing right up onto the back of Nifty now, so the track's drying out and that Ferrari's coming alive. With these dry conditions, and up to the last few corners we go. Scott's still holding his ground, but he's been caught by these boys, still being reeled in, and Tim and Will are quite close as well. Acura versus Acura, NSX. As Tim just gets on that little bit of the remainder of the puddle there, and that doesn't help his run out the corner. But meanwhile, Nifty Dark Ninja then is in the draft of Scott, and Scott down the straight then, with Nifty behind in the draft. So onto the straight. You see the straight now on the racing line's more or less dry. There's a little bit of water, but it's more or less dry now as Scott defends into the first corner, not letting Nifty have any sniff of a way through. Braking down into turn 1. Scott on the inside line holds the position, and Bidster sneaks through past Nifty. Nifty goes wide and Bidster takes the opportunity and goes through. And now will Bidster attack his teammate, or will he try and keep Nifty behind? Because Bidster's main rival for the championship going into this, Pash, is in the lead of this race, and also Neil is further down in 8th place. So, but Nifty's trying to get past. Now, so it looks like Bidster is going to have to play defensive for his teammate unless he can get past him. But now, do you think of yourself or do you think of the team? So we'll have to see what Bidster does here as we go out the corner. And then there's Will in 6th place. Tim's dropped off the back of him a bit there, so a possible little mistake there from Tim. Neil's moved himself back up to 8th place. Darren is now down in 9th, with Blakeney right back down in 10th. Not having a good race here, Blake. After that spin, he's never really recovered. I think the tyres probably scrubbed themselves, got themselves quite warm and scrubbed a lot of grip off. So we'll have to see what happens there. So back to Bidster. Just checking the laptop then, guys. So the laptop went dim on me. So, TY spun round. He's out of 3rd place. TY's out of 3rd place. He's spun round in the Nissan. He's got caught out and had a bit of a spin there, and he's got the car recovered now. But TY now down in 8th position. Not good from 2nd to 8th. We'll get that in the replays at the end. But TY loses. He's sliding again. The tyres are completely gone, and that's the only problem with using controller on Project Cars 2, is the fact that when you slide once, you sort of spin out once and your tyres just destroy themselves for some reason. So the physics not quite up to scratch here on Project Cars. And TY then, I think he's coming into the pits. Is he? Oh no, he's just using all the water. I think he decided against it. He's not into the pits yet. So penultimate lap of this race then here at Fuji. And it's Pash in the lead of the race, 8 seconds ahead of second tent here, with keeping the 3rd position secure. Unless he's going to sneak past Scott in the last few laps, we never know. We'll have to watch and find out. But Nifty Dark Ninja then in the Lamborghini has got 2 Ferraris to get past if he wants 2nd place, and 1 Ferrari to get past if he wants a podium. So he's got the work on the table to do, as Tim now has caught up to the back of Will. So Will, possibly a little mistake, or Tim getting his foot down. I think Tim's got his foot down because he's done a 1:45.9 compared to Will's 1:46.7. So Tim a bit more pace now, and just trying to get back into this race and trying to gain another position if he can. Meanwhile, TY's gone down to 9th place now. He's been passed by Darren as well. So that those tyres are finished on that Nissan, and unlucky for TY as well. And also, if you slide off in the dry, it's going to make him a lot worse. As Bidster now onto the defence of Nifty Dark Ninja, who's caught right up. Scott's not got the pace to pull away, so I think Bidster's playing second fiddler as Nifty goes up the inside. Nifty goes up the inside of Bidster. Bidster will try and go for the cutback, but he can't quite. Tries to go on the outside of him, get the move onto the straight. And the side by side onto the straight now, and Scott's keeping on this side of the track, so Bidster gets a bit more of a draft, and Bidster pulls away in the Ferrari, still with that run out the corner, and Nifty has to tuck him behind. And now he's got to try and watch the defence here. Can he keep Nifty Dark Ninja behind? Defends a little bit into the corner, just a tiny bit, just to make sure everything's alright as well. Blakeney gets lapped there. Blake moving out the way gentlemanly from Blake, who's really suffered in this race since that spin on the opening part of the race. So still focusing on this battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th position there. And looks like Bidster's holding on to the podium. He doesn't look like he's content to fight Scott. He's going to try and keep the Lamborghini back, and he's doing a good job so far of trying to hold up that Lamborghini and keep it where it is, and score more points for the for Team Bidspid Wolf, the Ferrari team, the 2 teammates there. Well, meanwhile in front, let's not forget the man who leading this race. Inherited the lead after Woo Woo's disconnection. He was catching Woo Woo, but Woo Woo got disconnected, so unfortunately we didn't see any fight there. But Pash then, nevertheless, solid internet connection looking like he's going to take a win here at Fuji in the first race, and Scott still holding on to second, but the whole field's starting to catch up now. I'm glad this is going to be ending when it is, because otherwise, well, actually I'm not glad, because I would like some more action, but still, for people at home we want more action. But Bids defends the inside from Nifty, but Pash then down the start finish straight looking for a win. Let's quickly look at the others for the trying to get a good run, but Bids gets to run out the corner. But it's Pash who takes victory here. Flash the lights. Pash wins race 1 here at Fuji. Well done to Pash, well deserved win. Scott's going to take his best finish in LPB racing with a second place. Well done to Scott, second place in Project Cars and LPB racing. Well done. Bizda holds on to third behind his teammate, plays the team game. Nifty Dark Ninja recovers to fourth place after a rough start. Will 5th, Tim is 6th. We've got Neil Farmack in 7th with Darren, who's going to finish in 8th position in the Acura. So good finish there by everyone, quite closing up towards the end there and drying out now. And TY is going to finish in 9th place in the Nissan, and not where he wants to be. Looking good for second. One little spin changed all that, and he goes down, and Blake's been lapped, so TY will be the last one to finish. So then guys, let's get those replays of the second half and results in for you now. Here's the replays of the second half of the race. Okay, here's a replay of something that happened to TY. This was before his big spin. This is something that happened the lap before. See, look, he just goes into the corner, and then the rear end just goes round on him, and it's like he ran too much brake bias towards the back into that corner, and the rear end just went round on him, and that was the start of his problem. And now we're another lap ahead, and it's the same corner, and TY is about to lose control of the rear end again, but does it a lot earlier that time. The tyres have just gone on the rear of that Nissan. Gets the car going, but watch this, he gets the car going, and then as he goes over the dip there, he just spins round again. There is no rear grip left on them tyres at all, and he ends up spinning round, and then half the field goes past him before he can rejoin. Very unlucky there for TY. That was the replays of the second half, and now let's go to the results of the race. So it is Pash who takes victory. Well done to Pash, a good victory for him, well ahead of Scott in second place. A good second place for him. Bidster in third place. With it's actually going to be Nifty Dark Ninja in fourth place, because it gave him a 5-second penalty, but that doesn't count because that was on the formation lap. So Nifty Dark Ninja 4th, Will 5th, Tim in 6th. We've got Neil in 7th. Darren finishes in 8th position. TY spins himself down to 9th place, and Blake unfortunately finishes down in 10th, and Woo Woo disconnected. And as you come back from that then, there is your winner, Pash, in the purple and blue Acura there. Well done to Pash, fantastic win. I know we were disconnected, but still, you've got to be in it to win it, and Pash was there at the right time. So well done to Pash, fantastic win in race 1. And we will see you guys next time for race 2 here around Fuji. We'll see you then, guys. Take care. Thank you all for watching that first race around Fuji. It was an epic race. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the race, and look for more races in the future. And next time, guys, it's going to be race 2 of round 7 of the GT3 Sprint Series at Fuji, and much more brighter conditions. We'll see you then.